For the first practice, we're going to observe our experience mindfully eating 4 pieces of chocolate. We're going to go step by step from looking at the food to eventually swallowing it. And we're going to be paying attention to what's going on in our circle of awareness, our thoughts, feelings, physical sensations, and urges. To help us, we're going to use the food enjoyment scale. It goes from 1 to 10, like the other scales we've used, where 1 means this is the worst experience I've had with food, and 10 means this is the most enjoyment I've ever experienced with food. Think about the experience of the whole step when you give the rating, and not just how things are when you stop. So, first, we're going to observe a piece of the chocolate by looking at it with our vision. We'll observe what's going on in our awareness with an attitude of curiosity and acceptance, and then we'll give it a rating on our food enjoyment scale. And think about why you gave the score you did and why it wasn't a higher or lower score. For example, if you gave it a 5, think about why it wasn't a 7 or why it wasn't a 3. Next, we'll close our eyes and take the piece of chocolate to our nostrils and take in the scent. Again, we'll observe what's going on in our awareness with curiosity and acceptance. Then we'll rate our enjoyment of the chocolate during the step, again thinking about why it wasn't higher or lower. Next, we'll touch it with our lips. We'll do the same thing we did after we smelled the chocolate, and we'll rate our enjoyment during this step. Next, we'll place the chocolate in our mouth and hold it there without chewing. We'll move it around with our tongue and notice its taste and texture, again, without chewing or swallowing. We're going to resist that urge. We'll observe what's going on in our awareness and rate our enjoyment during this step. And next, we begin to chew, slowly experiencing every little bit of its taste. And we'll keep chewing until we feel the urge to swallow. And we'll stop there and rate our enjoyment for this step. And remember, we're being curious and non judgmental, especially as we resist the urge to swallow. We'll continue to chew, again holding off on the urge to swallow, being curious and without judgment. We'll keep chewing until we notice that the taste and enjoyment isn't changing anymore. And we'll stop there and rate our enjoyment of this step. Then we'll swallow. We'll let the food go down our throat, and when we can't feel it anymore, we'll stop at that point and rate our enjoyment during this step. To summarize the steps, there was 1, looking at the chocolate, 2, smelling it, 3, feeling it with our lips, 4, putting it in our mouth and feeling it in our mouth, 5, chewing until we feel the urge to swallow, 6, chewing until the enjoyment stops changing, and 7, swallowing. We'll repeat this process with the second, third, and fourth pieces of chocolate. And we bring this practice to a close. And we walk away with a greater awareness of eating this very common food, and also with a deeper awareness of eating in general and what it means to enjoy our food. Thanks for joining me for this session of mindfulness training. And check out the other sessions as well, and also the companion resources that I've put together to help you explore and enjoy the benefits of mindfulness.